Well, hello, and welcome, my Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your Path of True Love reading for May 2020, or timeless, whenever you're watching this. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and very, very happy to be reading for you today during this time of global challenge. That's as much as I'm going to say about it. I have to tiptoe around it. Why? Because I'm a YouTuber. That being said, if you are new to my channel, please do like this video if you like it. Wouldn't ask you to do something you didn't want to do. Subscribe to my channel. Same deal. If you don't want to, you don't got it, but please think about it. Figure it out. Feel it out. Hit the notification bell because I am putting out content every day, pretty much. Doing live streams in the morning and at night, depending on, you know, how my vibe is. Doing some spiritual counseling, some prayer, some meditation, and sometimes we just hang out and chat, and it's a lot of fun. We make each other laugh, getting us through this. And I won't be doing that forever, right? Just kind of doing it for this time of challenge that we are in, or putting out readings, right? So, yeah. Feel free to comment in the comment section below as well, because I like the feedback. I live alone, except with 3 black cats, 3 little black kitty cat boys. They're not so little, they're mooses. So yeah, if you're following me on Instagram or Facebook, you see pictures of them all the time, because there's only so many selfies you can take in one day. Unless you're an Aries, but you're not. You're a Sagittarian, unless you're an Aries as well. So let's get down to business, trying to keep my sense of humor. Empath that I am. So here's the deal. These are general readings, right? So please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's not going to fit everybody every single time to the T, although I try and spill the tea as often as I can when I read to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace. So please do check your other signs, because if the tea is not spilled here, it might be in one of your other Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs, respectively. Cool. Because this is a Path of True Love read. I'm only pulling 7 cards, 1 card from 7 different decks, because upload times on YouTube have been insane. It almost broke me putting out the last Piscean read for, what was that, the Soulmate reads? 50-minute reading, took 5 hours to upload. My head exploded. So until things calm down or things change, I don't think that's happening anytime immediately, I'm trying to keep my readings a little bit briefer. So a card draw is better than a full spread for that, just time-wise, to get you some pieces of clarity, guidance, and grace. Because Path of True Love readings are kind of important. The Path of True Love is your spiritual path, your healing path, your hero's journey, right? Through your relationship, so that you become true love. It's not the Path of True Love where at the end of the journey, there is my true love, and forevermore we shall be together and never shall we argue. Ha! That doesn't exist. What does exist, though, is the truth that you are divine love. You are true love manifest in physical form. But it's all about removing the excess marble, right? When they asked Michelangelo, how did you create the statue of the David? He's, by the way, Michelangelo, the artist, not the Ninja Turtle, just because you never know who you're talking to. And he said, I didn't create the David. God created the David. I just removed the excess marble. I'm pretty sure I learned that from Marianne Williamson decades ago, by the way, before she ran for office. But hey, to each their own. So let's see what's going on for you on the Path of True Love. Some clues, some tips, some hints. If you focus on your breath, staying in the present moment, it'll be a lot easier for you to determine what resonates and what doesn't. And if I'm doing the same, I'll be able to bring you through the clarity, the guidance, and the grace that I am trained to do. I've been reading tarot for 40 years. Yeah, I started when I was 12. I will be 52. I know, it's hard to believe, isn't it? But it's the truth. So I'm going to do my best to stay in the present moment and see how this goes. Cool. All the decks that I read are in the description box at the bottom. I got a lot of cool stuff in my description box. I am a Virgo. I give good description. We're going to start with the Caroline Myss archetype cards. I'll call out the rest of the decks as we go to give credit where credit is due. Let's do this. Let's see if we can have some fun with this, right? You're Sagittarius ass. Let's see if we can have some fun with this, right? Nice deep breath. Oh, there you are, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, 1 card in clarity, a Caroline Myss archetype deck card. What is the dominant archetypal power, soul contract in play for the Sagittarian collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for May 2020 or timeless. Please, my collective pantheons, just one. Ooh, now you got the femme fatale, but keep in mind, it doesn't necessarily make you a woman. Like if you're a guy watching this, it's cool. The femme fatale is about, it's really about the power of seduction in a way. It means the fatal female, right? Like, to me, the ultimate femme fatale is Morticia Addams, but she's not the only one, mind you. I'll read you the light and the shadow archetypes here, and if this isn't you, then you're dealing with one. Now, the thing about the femme fatale is, you know, the path of true love isn't all about sexual romantic relationships, but this kind of indicates a sexual romantic relationship. I think you'll see why. The shadow attribute: inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power, which honestly could be any of the genders, anywhere in between. We're all on the spectrum there somewhere, right? So inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. So definitely a force of seduction there. But the light attribute highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. The femme fatale. Now keep in mind, the energy of the feminine, we're talking about the yin, the emotional, the interior world. So if you don't like the word feminine, because guys can get a little touchy about that word, highlights the erotic energy of the internal, of the emotional, of the sensual, of the intuitive, right? The feminine energy. Opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. In other words, you're dependent upon somebody, you get rejected, and the femme fatale, excuse me for one moment here, or I'll show you the femme fatale. Go ahead, do what you must, darling, I'll be fine, all right? The femme fatale, the fatal female. So, you know, think a little Morticia Addams, think a little Mata Hari, think a little Madonna Blonde Ambition Tour if you're Generation X. Yeah, visions of femme fatales dancing in my head. I've had my femme fatale moments. I'm a nice balance of masculine and feminine, though, well, depending on who you ask. Look what I do for a living. Of course I've got more feminine energy. But I'm a top. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Let's see what the angels have to say about this. With the Doreen Virtue, Healing with the Angels Oracle. I told you we were going to have fun. I just had a feeling. Breathe. My angels, please, one card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What's going on for them on the path of true love? What are the angels that they are healing with? Healing with the Angels Oracle on the path of true love for May 2020 or timeless, please. For my Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, what is the angel they are healing with? Celebration. All right, so the femme fatale with the card of celebration means that something has come to a closing. Perhaps your dependency has been rejected, or perhaps you got what you wanted, or at least there's that feeling of the completion of a cycle, something worth celebrating. Now, I know, might be really hard to even wrap your mind around celebrating with what's going on planet Earth right now, but this can be the celebration of some completion within yourself, some kind of wholeness, WHOLENESS, going on within you in terms of your own emotional world, right? In terms of your own sensuality, in terms of your own erotic energy being embraced and celebrated, which is pretty cool, honestly. Since we have such a predominance here of feminine energy, we're gonna, well, it's the next deck we're going to anyway, the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. The voices of the goddesses, the voices of the divine feminine, the voices of the divine yin. Let's see what's going on for you. Nice deep breath. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity. For the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for May 2020 or timeless, please, my goddesses. One card in clarity for them. What's going on? What's going on for them on the path? Considering we've got the femme fatale we've got the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, right? The Ace of Pentacles, I've always seen it as a healthy eggcorn, A-C-O-R-N, right? Within every eggcorn is the potential of an oak tree if it is healthy, and this feels very healthy. So a new physical opportunity is coming your way, one that can be celebrated. So even though I said it might be the completion of a cycle, it might be the celebrating of a new erotic, sensual endeavor here that's really getting you emotionally excited and perhaps making you want to thwarp a little, right? Making you want to just kind of, yes, no, it's fine, darling, it's lovely, I can wait. No, I can't, but yes, I will make you think that I can wait. Your energy might be revved up a little bit, Sagittarius, that you are. Yeah, that feels really, really good. But remember, an acorn can be crushed under your heel, can be fed to a squirrel, or you can plant it and tend it. But nobody plants an acorn on Monday and gets an oak tree on Tuesday, right? Something that grows in time. Hence the mountain peaks in the background, if you can see them. I don't know if you can. Interesting. Liking this a lot. Let's see what's going on in your masculine energy. The Voices of the Gods through the Mythic Tarot by Juliet Sharman Burke. Love this deck too. I used to read it when I went to college in Boston in the 80s before there were cell phone cameras, and we got away with an awful lot. Breathe. Oh, my gods, my gods, my gods. I feel that. That's hard to mistake. That feels like Zeus. Oh, my gods, my gods, my gods. Please, one card in clarity for the Sagittarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for May 2020. Please, my gods. One card in clarity. What's going on for them on the path of true love in terms of their divine masculine energy? My gods, my gods, my gods. 2020 are timeless. 10 of Wands. So there is a completion afoot here. You know what it feels like? I'm gonna tell you, right? Because I was really feeling that completion there. But, you know, with a 10, you add 1 and 0 together, you get 1. So while things in your external world might be wrapping up satisfactorily or unsatisfactorily, there is a new potential. In other words, the oak tree has dropped its acorns, right? So it has come to maturity. It's dropped the seed for the new beginning, but that new beginning is happening inside of you. Sort of like 12 midnight, right? It's like it's the end of one night and the beginning of the new day. But this 10 of Wands, being that it's fire and you are a fire sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, Sag, that you really got what you wanted, or at least if you didn't get what you wanted, you took the journey. And there's value in that. That is worth celebrating. Sometimes we want, we do the work, right? We hunt for it. Red October. You know, we go through it. We go through the process, the stages of development, and then we get it, and sometimes it's meh, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, it's not what I thought at all. Like waiting online for a movie, getting in and be like, is that all there is? Look it up. It's a good song. So maybe this is not as fulfilling as you would have liked it to be. You got the golden fleece and found you were fleeced. But within that, you know, with this femme fatale, perhaps it gave you a new opportunity. All right, at the top of every mountain is the foothills of the next, I just heard. And ain't that just how it goes, right? Every midnight, we end one day and begin another. So if this is in terms of relationships, and I am feeling this may be in terms of a sexual, romantic, kind of sort of sensual thingy going on here, perhaps you're shifting stages, like from one part of it to the next. Now, if you are sequestered within your own domain, choosing my words carefully for YouTube, then perhaps you're moving things to its next level, or that you've kind of come to a completion of this is not really what I wanted, but here's what I do want, right? So that there is a very strong, solid potential here for you, but right now it's inner. So there's some clarity here that is worth celebrating. Let's keep going. We've got 3 more cards down on the table to look at. The next one is the Voices of the Ascended Masters through the the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack, or the Love Pack by Chuck Spezzano, out of print as far as I know, but very helpful and a rather thick deck, D-E-C-K, making sure my Long Island accent doesn't, yeah. There are 4 suits, like so many decks have. The suit of luck, the suit of healing, the suit of grace, and the suit of the problem, but the suit of the problem is half of the deck, so that you kind of know what's the alchemy going on here, what's the lead that needs to be transformed, what's the quality or behavior of the ego that needs to be unraveled by the soul. So let's have a look-see-duck-see, shall we? Nice deep breath. My Ascended Masters, please, 1 card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for May 2020 or timeless. Please, a piece of luck, a piece of healing, a piece of grace, or a piece of the problem. There it is. That's the one we want. What's going on for them on the path of true love for May 2020 or timeless? There's a risk. Now keep in mind, this is one of the healing suits. There aren't a lot of them, the suit of healing in this deck. So there is definitely a risk here. Now, what I'm going to say here is that there was definitely a risk in going for this completion, but something new has come out of it. Like I said, it's either you're climbing the mountain and you hit a plateau in a relationship and you worked really hard to get there. You really, really wanted it, but now it's like, okay, do I move on to the next or do I not? That the risk perhaps has not been fully addressed yet, or you haven't stepped out to cross over. See the lighting here, I don't know if you could see. It's someone walking a tightrope in between 2, what is that, a gorge, a chasm in between them, and an orgasm chasm. So yeah, I can see that you're like walking away, perhaps tightroping, taking the risk from one thing that has completed on this side to a new opportunity on the other, and there is a risk involved. And I keep getting this here, that your femme fatale energy is really important, that you really embrace what you're feeling and know that you're desirable and know that you're worth it, because baby, you're worth it. And with this card of celebration, I'm not going to say it's like the tarot card of the sun, but it is lightening, not lightning, I mean lightening this up quite a bit. It feels good. It feels very Sagittarian too. That gregarious, fun, expansive thing. 2 more cards down, one of which will be from the Whispers of Love Oracle, the Voices of the Higher Selves. Let's get this for you. What's your higher self say about this? Breathe. Higher selves of all involved, please. 1 card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. On the path of true love for May 2020 or timeless. Please, oh please, oh please, oh please. What is the whisper of love that the Higher Self collective has for this Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? 2020 timeless path of true love. Romance. There it is. Romance. Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection, right? And that's why I say these readings aren't always about sexual romance, but with the femme fatale and the romance card, there's always cards here that can steer it in a particular direction. So there is a romantic risk here. It might very well be that you have reached the end of one relationship and are really drawn towards another, but know that the whole thing of the divine feminine, even if you're a guy, is that it is that magnetism. Think electromagnetism. Electro, woman and Dinah girl. Sorry, I just flashed back to the 70s. I'm back now. The electro is the masculine. The magnetism, the magnetic, is the feminine. So there is this feminine attractive thing going on here that as you have really reached the top of one mountain, you are at the foothills of the next, either within the same relationship, taking it to the next level, where maybe it's going from friendship to flirty to now kiss me, and maybe it's gone beyond kiss me into something a bit more romantic where you can lavish the one you love with your personal attention and affection. in a healthy way. But do keep an eye on the inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. Just saying. Fear not, though. Your last card down will be a healing mantra card from the Healing Mantra deck, not the Gila Monster deck, the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. The Gila Monster. The Gila Monster deck is probably from Alyssa Edwards, and if you don't know who that is, why are you watching a video from me? I'm not a drag queen, but I have dated a bunch of them. In this incarnation, because if you're going to be a balance of divine masculine feminine energy, why not date one? There we go. Let's get you a healing mantra deck card from the Ascended Masters, who brought you the card of risk from the healing suit in the Chuck Spezzano love pack. Breathe. I know I really should do voiceover work, but I don't want to get an agent. I want the agent to get me. Breathe. My Ascended Masters, please. One card in clarity for this Sagittarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for May 2020 or timeless whenever they're watching it. What is the perfect healing mantra for them, considering we've got the Femme Fatale in celebration with the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, risk and romance, jinkies, yoiks, zoinks. What is their perfect healing mantra, please? I almost said heal a monster. I don't know that I'm going to be able to not think that now every single time I do this from now on, you Sagittarians. Befriending pain. Yeah, I had a feeling there was a fly in this ointment somewhere. There we go. Befriending pain. When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. Okay, I love this deck. And yes, a challenging card, no question, right? A challenging card, because there is this risk involved, and perhaps this is really talking about you've completed something that perhaps was painful. You probably really worked hard and really put your drive and your power and your fire and your desire and your will and your choices into it, and maybe you got burned. Maybe things, your dependency, your wants, your needs were rejected. But there is this new solid Ace of Pentacles here ready to roll. So considering all that's written on this card is the name of the mantra and the mantra itself, I'm going to read it in the book, because this is necessary for all of us to do right now. We really can't escape a lot of our pain, so we might as well befriend it, and I think you'll like why. Befriending pain. When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. When you befriend pain, you are allowing limitations to be released from the cells of your body. It's called cellular memory. You know, there is a biological component to emotions. Just saying. There's a biochemical component, right? That's why serotonin and, you know, all of that stuff. Because pain is often the result of rapid transformation, like the Ten of Wands would indicate has gone on. It is essential to make friends with it in recognition of how quickly you are evolving. It might be uncomfortable and sometimes nearly unbearable, but your most profound shifts in consciousness often occur once pain is befriended as an ally of your evolution. You know, I just got Matt Kahn's second book. Oh, tell me I just blanked on the name of it. Hold on, it's got to be in the beginning of this thing, right? Everything is here to help you. I'm so glad I was raised by a teacher. I know where to look in a book. Everything is here to help you. So yes, you have come to the top of a mountain. You are perhaps experiencing a lot of that pain, but befriend that pain because it's setting you up for the foothills of the next, which feels, though a risk, really wonderful. This mantra is ideal for healing the body, mind, and soul on an energetic level. So this is about your healing. And since, you know, we can't be walking up to people and hugging them, right? Unless you're living with them and everybody's Coca-Cola with that. Sheltering, oh, no, that's not the right word I want to use. Sequestered in your own domain collectively. And if that's the case, great, but it feels like that's not what's going on here. Then you really have the opportunity to befriend your pain and do the healing necessary to really celebrate this pain, befriending it, whatever burns you, whatever you learned from this, because it's worth taking the romantic risk of this new potential, allowing yourself to be that seductive, powerful, thwarpy, stunning femme fatale archetype, regardless of what gender you are, on the path of true love for May 2020. And if you're pagan, you know, May 1st, Beltane, the season of fertility, maypoles, not what people think they are. Do your research. Just saying. So may the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need on the path of true love for May 2020 or timeless, whenever they are watching this, that they may heal, that they may befriend their pain, that they may embrace their magnetic power of the femme fatale, take the risk of romance, and embrace this new potential for their well-being and for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're feeling it. I am the fun one on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. I'm putting out content every day, pretty much. If I miss a day, it's just because I'm burnt crispy, which doesn't happen all that often, but it does happen. And by all means, please comment in the description box below, because Path of True Love, we're all on it, so maybe if I can help you out, you'll be able to help us all out. And by the way, if you want a private reading, my info is in the description box below as well. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of the path of true love for May 2020 or timeless. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.